I've been on a carnivore diet for now 12 weeks, and on today's video what I want to do is I want to share with you my experience that I've had throughout this entire journey, from the very beginning, what I ate, to how I was feeling, the benefits I got from it, and then at the end I want to share something that's really cool, something that just started happening for me that was totally unexpected. You're going to want to hear this. Okay, so let's go back to the very beginning. I started the carnivore diet because I needed to heal my gut. I've been on this earth for 61 years, eating all kinds of crap, drinking all kinds of crap, and I know I kind of destroyed my stomach. So I needed to heal my gut. And I figured the carnivore diet was the easiest way to do it, because on the carnivore diet, all you do is eat meat. That's it. So that's how I got started. I started eating beef, chicken, fish, and pork. That's all I had to eat. What did I drink? Well, water. That was pretty much it. Okay, I cut coffee out of my diet because I needed to heal my gut and coffee was a little too acidic. I also cut out sugar in my diet. Now, I was already low sugar in my diet already, so cutting out the rest of the sugar for me was no problem. A lot of people, they have problems withdrawing from the sugar. I didn't have that, fortunately. And I also cut out alcohol out of my diet because again, I wanted to heal the gut. You don't want to pour alcohol and sterilize the gut when there's so many good bacteria you're trying to cultivate in the gut. So for me, that's what I did. For the first 4 weeks, I went hardcore, just eating meat, just drinking water, and that was pretty much it. Now, I intended to just heal my gut. The unintended circumstances were, man, I started feeling good. I started getting a lot more energy. I didn't realize what a slug I was up until that point. Mid-afternoon, I was just out of energy. All of a sudden, that energy started coming up and up and up, and pretty much I was lasting all day long, and I was raring to go right before I'm going to bed. Okay, that energy was there for me. Didn't happen overnight, but it gradually got to the point where I realized, wow, I have a lot more energy. The same thing happened with my brain fog. I didn't realize I had brain fog until it was gone. It started lifting and I started thinking more clearly, and things, man, it was just amazing that I was going through life with that much brain fog. I didn't realize it until it was gone. I started also losing some weight because you're changing your diet and you're not taking in any carbohydrates, so you're able to lose the weight. And then overall, my overall sense of well-being was elevated. I mean, think about it. You got a lot more energy, you're thinking more clearly, and you're losing weight at the same time. So it was pretty cool. So that's what happened in the first 4 weeks. So of course I decided to continue on this journey. So what I did was I started adding more foods in just a little at a time. So first thing I did is I got coffee back into my diet. And let me tell you, after being off of caffeine for 4 weeks, you have that first cup of coffee and it's like, brain is exploding. There's so much more energy in there. So I added coffee back into my diet, and then I added eggs, and I started feeling no different with eggs. And then I added cheese, and I noticed a little bit of difference when I added the cheese in there. So I still do eat some cheese right now, but just in moderation. I'll also eat some nuts if they happen to be handy and I'm hungry. If there's some berries, I'll probably have some berries. Again, in moderation. I've just added a little bit to it. But the nice thing is, when you start feeling so good on this diet, when you eat something that doesn't quite agree with your body, you'll notice your energy level goes down. Maybe you start feeling, like you get some inflammation in your body. You pretty much know it's the food. So I've been adding in just a little bit, but quite honestly, I haven't been real active at doing it. I've been kind of lazy about adding these additional foods back in because I've kind of settled into a groove of what I can eat and what I don't eat. I know what restaurants I can go to, and I know how to order the food, so I stay on my carnivore diet. And it really hasn't been that difficult. I know it sounds like it would be really difficult to limit your diet, but I'll tell you, after a few weeks, it's just a way of life. I mean, really, you just develop the new habits and you're able to make the better choices as we go. 4 weeks turned into 8 weeks, and here we are at 12 weeks. And quite honestly, I don't think I'm going to stop. I might make some modifications as I go. I'll talk about that in a little bit later. But look, I feel so good. Why would I want to go back to that slug with the brain fog that had more weight on him, right? I mean, think about that. So let me tell you about some of the really unintended benefits that I got from the program. But before I jump into that, it's probably a really good time to ask you to subscribe to the channel, ask you to like this video, make a comment down below, ask some questions. I answer every question that gets posted on these videos because I want to help as many people as possible. I've become an evangelist for this because God, I feel great. I don't know how else to say it. I want to at least bring this out to as many people as possible that maybe you want to try it yourself. But in order to inspire me to do more of these videos, please take 2 seconds, like the video right now, make a comment, subscribe to the channel, and back to the video. Okay, so let's talk about the really unintended benefit that just is blowing me away. Now, again, at 61 years old, and I work out every single day, and I get lots of aches and pains, to the point where I was, eating, ibuprofen every single day or every other day because my neck hurt, my back hurt, my legs hurt, my knees hurt, all those kinds of things. But let me tell you, I realized the other day, I think during this 12 weeks, I took one ibuprofen, and that was really early on. Why? Well, I don't have those aches and pains anymore. I realized that it's not that I was getting older that I was having these aches and pains. It's because maybe my body was inflamed. It had so much inflammation in there that was pressing all the nerves. I don't know exactly what it is. All I can tell you is I don't feel old. I don't have the aches and pains that I did before I started on this diet. It's really, really remarkable. I mean, it sounds crazy, but man, I feel like I'm young again. But here's the bigger thing. Here's the thing that literally blew me away. About 5-6 years ago, I injured my knee, and I went to the orthopedist, and he looked at both of my knees while I'm there, and he immediately said, "You need replacements. I've worn those things out. It's time to get replacements." Well, I decided that wasn't for me. So I decided I was going to deal with the pain, and boy, did I deal with pain. Okay, so after the past 5-6 years of the pain escalating, a normal day for me, just 3 months ago was maybe a pain level about 6 to 8, sometimes to a 48, depending on what I did. But I dealt with the pain every day. I walked with a limp. I walked like an old man. I felt like an old man, especially walking down steps. I had to hang on to railings because that's how bad my knees felt. So I was normal day 6 to 8 in a pain level out of 10. Now I'm maybe a 3. I mean, a 3. So my pain level is like a fraction of what it was before. I'm not saying my knees feel great. I'm not saying that I cured myself, that the carnivore diet, all of a sudden I don't need knee replacements or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is now I feel a little discomfort. That's pretty much it. Okay, if I do something, funky or whatever, I'll feel a little sharp pain, but that goes away. But the knees actually feel phenomenal right now. So much so that I've signed up for a 10K run to run with my family on Thanksgiving this year. So I'm giving myself a few months to get to that point. But my knees feel good enough. I'm willing to even go for a run versus even me walking the dogs really sucked, okay, because my knees hurt so bad. But they feel so much better. They're not cured. This didn't fix my knees. It's just the day-to-day pain I'm dealing with is practically non-existent. So where do we go from here? Well, as I said before, why stop? Why make changes and go back to the old person and feel all that pain and sluggishness and brain fog? Why do that? Especially since it's gotten so easy. I know what to order. I know where to go, and this actually is just a new way of life, and I'm not sacrificing anything at all because I feel so damn good. Now, I will get a little bit more aggressive on adding additional foods back in. So rather than being a hardcore carnivore, I might be transitioning more towards a ketovore, which is adding more fruits and vegetables into it, or maybe just go flat out keto. As I said before, the nice thing about this is you feel the difference. When you take some food in, you see how your body reacts. And if your body reacts negatively, and everybody's body's going to be different, so only you can determine what makes you feel good and what doesn't. But as I add those foods in, if I feel fine, part of my diet as I go forward. Okay, so I'll be updating you on future videos of different foods that I've tried and how I'm feeling on these things. And if you like to find out more about this, again, drop a comment down below, ask a question, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.